Alright, here comes Letting Go Part 2. Let's see how I do. Hi, Seth David here with Daily Motivator number 99. My God, we're one away from the 100th Daily Motivator. And this one would have been going out for January 7th, 2009, which is my birthday, by the way. But we're sending it out to you on January 15th for the simple reason that I fell behind. Because I wasn't consistent, and I talked about consistency. But today, I want to talk about Letting Go Part 2. Letting Go Part 2. I finished off the previous Daily Motivator, number 98, Letting Go Part 1, with the idea of what do I do in a situation where it's not quite as simple as removing myself from the situation, but I'm talking about a situation where something brings about recurring trouble, a recurring problem in my life. A person who brings about recurring trouble in my life. Somebody I don't want to be around. And I put it in this context. I said, what if that person stands in between me and somebody else that I do want to have in my life? That in some way, shape, or form, in order to have contact with a person that I care about and that I want to have in my life, it requires that I be in contact with somebody who's toxic, who's vexatious to the spirit, as it says in Desiderata. Well, I gave this some thought, and again, I don't have the answer 100%, but I gave it some thought. I prayed, I said, God, please give me the answer, you know, as best as I can take it right now, and I wrote a few thoughts out about this. And what I came up with is that it really means accepting the situation as it is, which means giving the situation permission to be there, giving the person permission to be there. This is changing myself to meet the conditions instead of trying to change the conditions. And what does that mean? Well, it means a few things. It means that I recognize at some point in the future, I hope the situation changes, but for the time being, I will not be able to have things be the way that I would like them to be. And I have to recognize this is a process, not an event. It doesn't mean that I'm going to have this white light experience and all of a sudden one day I'm going to be able to accept this situation and I'm done. It'll never bring me trouble again. It means it's a one day at a time process. It means it's not an event. It doesn't take place all at once, which means that some days I'll find it's easier to do this than other days. Some days I'll find that the problem plagues me and that I'll find myself less willing to accept it, less willing to give the situation permission to be there and to be what it is. And I'll desperately want to exert my own will on the situation, effectively trying to change the conditions instead of myself. And this will always wind up in frustration. So it's important when I recognize that this is what's going on, that I do everything I can, petition whatever power you believe in, whether it's God or some spirit of the universe, petition the universe and say, please help me come around to a way of accepting this situation, of accepting the conditions, and please help me to change myself to meet those conditions. That's the whole key, I think, whenever it comes to letting go of anything, is being able to change myself to meet the conditions. You're a miracle. Get excited about today.